class children. I am your science teacher. So we are in lesson number 3, that is parts of plant. So we have learned about the root system and shoot system. Root system, there are two types of roots, taproot and fibrous root. And in shoot system there are different parts. The main part is the stem, then branches, leaves, flowers, buds, fruits. So in the previous class we have learned about the stems and leaves. Now today we will learn about the flowers. So page number 221. So flowers are the most attractive part of the plant, right? So if you look at this plant, your concentration will be completely on the flower because everything is green in color, but the brightest part is the flower. So flowers are the most attractive one. So which flower do you like? You like rose, and few they like jasmines, lilies and all, and few like this chrysanthemum. So different flowers are there which are very colorful, and few like flowers, and few like the different flowers. And flowers are of different colors, sizes and shapes. If you see a sunflower, it's very broad. It will be in the size of my hand and little bit more bigger than my hand also. But if you see this flower, it's very small, and the sunflower is yellow in color, and if you take this, it is purple in color, right? And in rose plants again there are different colors. Few are in red, orange, pink, white, yellow, and few are in two colors also, like red and white, or pink and orange, and white and yellow. So different flowers and different colors will be there. And here we are going to learn about the flowers and importance of flowers. So page number 221, flowers. So a flower is the most brightly colored part of a plant. It blooms from buds. Some plants have colorful flowers of different shapes and sizes. So as I already told you, flowers are the most brightly colored and they are very attractive. Now if you see here, this is the starting stage of the flower and we call it as the bud. After 2 to 3 days, for few plants it will take 2 to 3 days, and few plants it will take little more time, and few within hours it will bloom. So this is called as bud. So from this bud, within 1 or 2 days it's going to change into a complete big huge flower. That means it is going to bloom, it's going to become big. So this is the starting stage of the flower. So here you can see another small bud. So day by day they are going to grow. So after this 2 days it's going to become like this, little bigger flower. Now in this plant also there are colors. Now if you can see this is in purple in color. You can see white in color, you can see yellow in color also. So few plants are there, no, roadside. So roadside plant only I got. So this is in purple color. In this you can see white colored flowers and yellow colored flowers also. So flowers are very attractive, they are very bright, and they bloom from the buds. Buds are nothing but small flowers. After certain time of period they become big. Now turn the page, you can see the different pictures here, like rose, red in color, sunflower, yellow in color, lotus, it is very big and it is pink in color, and this is a tulip. So tulip, it grows in certain conditions only. Here we cannot find tulip flowers. Okay. So in tulips also there are different colors. So broccoli and cauliflower are some of the flowers that we eat as vegetables. So few flowers are edible. Now if you take sunflower, so from the sunflower seeds we gain oil, and few flowers we eat, like banana. Banana, it bears a flower first. So that flower is edible. That is, we cook it and we eat. The same way, cauliflower. So this cauliflower also we cook and eat. And broccoli. So broccoli is also same like cauliflower but completely in green color. So both are same but they look little different in their color. So these are the flowers which we eat. So the functions of flower. The first important function is they help in reproduction. So what is the thing? They help in reproduction. If reproduction takes place, then only the flower is going to change into fruit. Where inside that fruit there will be many seeds where later they grow into the plant, new plant, right? So flower plays a major role in reproduction. So here now I know is there, you see, Rafflesia. Rafflesia arnoldii. The name of the plant is Rafflesia arnoldii. So it is the largest flower in the world. It will be around this much size. It will be like the size of the board here. So that much big the flower will be there, right? So next coming to fruits and seeds. So after the flower goes for the reproduction, then the flower will change into the fruit. So which fruit do you like more? Yes, you like mango very much, and few like banana, few like grapes, apples, pomegranate, papaya. Like this, many different fruits are there, and some seasonal fruits are there. Like if you take mango, it comes only in the summer. Then watermelon comes in summer. Custard apple, it comes in winter. Custard apple also so many people like it, right? So there are different fruits. And if you take papaya and if you cut it into half, you can see many small color, black colored seeds inside it. And if you cut an apple, you can see around 5 to 6 black colored seeds. If you cut a watermelon, you can see so many black colored seeds, right? And if you cut a guava, so inside that guava also there are so many white colored seeds. Then if you take a cherry is also a fruit, and inside that also there are one or two, mostly one will be there. So it will have only one seed. If you take a mango, so how many seeds does a mango have? One big seed it's going to have, right? If you take a strawberry has so many seeds which are very small, and little part is in black color, little it will be in white in color. And if you look at the strawberry, you can see the seeds outside of it, right? Strawberry has the seeds around it, that is outside it will have the seeds. And if you look at the pomegranate, so pomegranate it has many seeds inside it which are red in color. The outer cover will be red in color, and inside that white color will be there, small white color like rice green it will be, right? So there are so many fruits, but inside that fruit the seeds will be like different amount of seeds will be there. If you take mango, only one. If you take pomegranate and papaya, there are many seeds. Apple if you take, there are only few seeds. Grape if you take, or orange if you take, there are 10 to 15 seeds. That's it. Lemon if you take, around 8 to 10 seeds will be there. Grape if you take, in one grape you can see only one or two, or sometimes 3 and 4 also, right? So like this, different fruits will have different seeds. So about those fruits we are going to learn today. A fruit is a part of a plant that grows around the seed. So what is a fruit? It's nothing but a fruit is a part which encloses the seed. That means fruit is the thing which will protect the seed. The outer cover of the seed is called as a fruit. Outer cover of the seed is called as fruit. So what is the fruit? The outer cover of the seed is called as fruit. So here the fruit is going to protect, and it will enclose, it will protect the seed. So these fruits have seeds which play an important role in plant reproduction. That is, these seeds literally they grow into new plants. So some seeds come in many different sizes. Some seeds are big and some seeds are small. Now if you see here, the first picture here is mango. It has a very big seed and white in color. If you see apple, it has around 6 to 8 seeds and which are black in color. If you see watermelon, apple seeds and watermelon seeds will look similar but size is little different. Apple seeds are little small, watermelon seeds will be little big. And if you look at watermelon, it has so many seeds, right? So the seeds are of different sizes and shapes and even colors also. Some seeds are protected by the fruit. So some seeds are protected by the fruit like mango, apple, then this guava, then you can see the strawberry is there. So for the strawberry it is not protected because for strawberry the seeds are external, that is the seeds will be out of the fruit. A mango fruit has only one seed whose size is bigger than any other fruit. Now if you take an apple and the seed of the mango, not fruit of mango, this only the seed of mango. So the size of the seed of mango will be bigger than the apple, right? So few seeds are like that, they are bigger than the other fruits. So an apple has many seeds whose size is smaller than a mango. And if you take the seeds of the apple, it has many seeds, many in the sense like 6 to 8 seeds will be there. But the size of the seeds will be very smaller than a mango seed. A watermelon has also many seeds whose size is almost similar to the size of an apple seed. As I already told you, watermelon also has the same size of apple, but apple has little smaller, watermelon has little bigger seeds. So seeds need water, light and nutrients to grow. Seeds contain nutrients that nourish them to grow into new plants. So after certain time what happens? The flower, it will become, after it ripes, it will burst. So after it bursts, what happens is the seeds will fall down. So after they fall down, they go deep into the soil, little deeper into the soil. So again they will grow into new plant. So when they will grow into new plants, if the seed gets proper amount of water, if the seed gets proper amount of water, so the seed will not have roots to absorb the water from the soil. But because of the rain or something like that, they will get water. Then if they get proper amount of light or the heat which is produced by the light, that is the sun's heat. So because of this light, water, then carbon dioxide, that is CO2. So because of all these things, after certain period of time, they grow into new plant. For few plants it will take only 1 or 2 weeks, for few plants it will take 1 month, and for few plants it will take little more time. It depends on the plant. So fruits can be juicy and good to eat. Now if you take watermelon, that will be very juicy. So completely 90% of the watermelon will be completely water, right? So these kind of plants are little juicy. And if you take guava plant, the guava fruit, it is not that much juicy, but it is very tasty. So few plants they have, few fruits they have water content in them and they are very juicy. But few plants they have like fleshy and they are very good to eat, like papaya, banana, mango. So they are very good to eat. People eat the fruits of many plants. Sometimes we eat the seeds too. Seeds of pomegranate we eat. Seeds of grape also we eat sometimes. Sometimes we swallow the seeds of watermelon also, right? And sometimes we swallow the seeds of like this orange Then we eat the seeds of strawberry, we eat the seeds of pomegranate, we eat the seeds of banana. So if you take a banana fruit and if you peel it, and when you are eating, a black color substance will be in the middle. So those are nothing but the seeds. So we eat seeds of some plants. So this is about the fruits. This is about fruits. We have learnt about flowers and fruits. So next one, most plants grow from seeds. The life of a plant begins from a tiny seed. The seed contains a small baby plant and its food. The conditions required for the growth of a seed are water, sunlight and nutrients. Once these conditions are satisfied, the seed begins to grow. The process of development of a new seed from a seed is called as germination. So as I already told you, once the seed falls onto the ground, it requires proper amount of water, air and sunlight and even carbon dioxide. So once all these things it gets in a proper amount, the seed it starts growing. So a huge tree also should start growing from a small tiny seed. So this entire process is called as germination. So germination is nothing but a plant growing from the seed. It is called as germination. So what does a seed require to grow into a plant? Mostly it requires water and it requires sunlight. Sunlight cannot enter into the soil, but the heat which is there in that sunlight is absorbed by the seed, and it is going to absorb the nutrients from the soil and absorb the carbon dioxide, and with the help of all these things the seed is going to grow into a new plant. Right? So in the next class we will learn that how plants are useful to us, and we are going to do the objective also. And your homework is you have to do this diagram. Germination of a seed. Page number 223. So from page 223 you have to draw the diagram of germination of a seed one time in your homework book. So today we have discussed about flowers, fruits, seeds and how does a seed grow into a new plant. So tomorrow in the next class we will learn how plants are useful, and we are going to do the objective also. So read the lesson and underline the difficult words which you have. Right? So I hope you understood the lesson. Thank you.